afternoon I'm going to show you how to make a custard slice. For these you're going to need 3 eggs, a little bit of chocolate, caster sugar, corn flour, 500 millilitres of milk, 200 grams of icing sugar, 50 grams of flour and 2 packs of puff pastry and some vanilla essence. The first thing you need to do is line a baking tray with greaseproof paper, unroll your puff pastry and then slice it into equal size portions. And when you've done that, you're going to put them onto your baking tray, leaving a small gap between them. When you've done that, place another baking sheet over the top, like so, and then put them into the oven for about 20 minutes, gas mark 7, electric 220. Come out of the oven, put them onto a cooling rack to cool for a good half an hour to an hour. Next, separate your eggs. You want the yolk, not the white. So put the white into a separate bowl. I'm going to use those later to make some meringues. And the yolk into the bowl you're going to use. So next, into your bowl with your 3 egg yolks, add 200 grams of sugar. And then use an electric whisk to whisk until light and fluffy. This is where your egg mixture goes a bit lighter and paler in colour. Your mixture should leave a trail. Now at this point you're going to add 50 grams of plain flour and 25 grams of corn flour, and you're going to whisk this again. To the mixture now I'm going to add a good teaspoonful of vanilla essence and 1/4 of my 500 millilitres of milk, and then I'm going to whisk it again. Now I've whisked my mixture, it's light and fluffy and runny. We're going to go over to the hob now to heat the rest of the milk in a saucepan. In a saucepan, put your milk and leave it to boil. As soon as it's boiled, we're going to put it into the bowl. As soon as your milk is boiling, add it to your whisked mixture and give it a good stir quickly. Your mixture will start to thicken in the bowl. You're going to return this mixture back into the saucepan and heat it for a couple minutes just to thicken it up slightly more. When the mixture's back in the pan, heat it very slowly for about a minute. Make sure you're constantly stirring so it doesn't burn the bottom of the pan. Patience is important with this because it can get too thick on the bottom. I swapped over to a whisk halfway through because it started to go a bit lumpy, but now it's nice and smooth. I'm going to return it back to my original bowl and cover it with cling film and put it in the fridge. Your cling film has to be touching the surface of your custard, otherwise it will form a skin. Whilst your custard's cooling, put your 200 grams of icing sugar and your ½ teaspoon of vanilla essence into a bowl and add enough boiled water to get it into a thick paste and give it a good stir. And then onto half of your pastries, gently top with your icing with a knife. Now they're iced, I'm going to leave them to... Custard is cool and thick, put it into a piping bag ready to pipe onto your cake. And then pipe all the way across. If you feel the need to do a second layer, go over the top. And then place the other side on top. And there you have it, custard slices.